Hi peeps, it's me. Today I decided to do a little bit more personal video. All I've done on my channel is all makeup related and beauty and one fashion video. I decided to do a get to know me tag. Now I know there's the original get to know me about like ask what's your name, what's your age and all the sort of basic questions. I've found another one. 25 get to know me questions which no one asks, and I read the questions and I found them a bit more interesting than the original get to know me tag, so I decided to do these instead. However, I will tell you the basic information that you would know if I had done that video. So my name is Chiara, I'm 16 years old. I was born on the 20th of November 2000. I live in France with my parents, my brother and my cat Coca. So that's literally the basics. So I will leave the questions down below if you're interested, and let's just start. Number 1, are you named after anyone? No. Number 2, when was the last time you cried? It was last night. Number 3, do you have kids? No, but I do have a cat who I consider my child. 4, if you were another person, would you be a friend of yourself? I am an introverted person and I'm very, very shy. If you don't come speak to me, I won't speak to you. But if you do come speak to me, I will speak to you, no problem, no questions asked. Unfortunately, being so shy makes you unapproachable to most people, but that's just the way I am. I don't think I can ever be a really outgoing person. Number 5, do you use sarcasm a lot? Yeah, all the time. 6, what's the first thing you notice about people? I think for everyone it's the same, it's the face. Maybe a bit superficial, maybe not. I think specifically I look at people's eyes. What the heck was that? Number 7, what is your eye colour? What coincidence. My eyes are green. On my passport it says that my eyes are blue-green, but they're definitely more green than blue. Number 8, scary movie or happy endings? Definitely happy endings. I hate scary movies, they scare the shit out of me, which they are meant to do. And I know that if I watch one for the next 2 weeks, I will try not to think of them in bed, but then I will think of them and then I'll be scared shitless and I'll be so frightened. Number 9, favourite smells. I think cooking, something nice cooking is one of my favourite smells. My mum's chocolate cake is a very nice smell. I really like this. Like, it's the Body Shop Born Lippy Raspberry, and I don't know if you can still buy this, but I got this years ago, and this smells of some medicine that I used to have when I was younger, and it smells so nice. It's such a familiar scent that I absolutely adore. So if this is still in stores and you can go smell it, I highly recommend you do. Next up, 10, what's the furthest you've ever been away from home? So the furthest I've ever been away from home with my family is probably Florida, but going somewhere without my parents, it's definitely been England on a school trip. Next up, 11, do you have any special talents? I have no idea. There's probably one that I can't think of at the top of my head. I can whistle really loud. I can also climb trees, but those aren't talents. 14, do you have any pets? Yes, I have a black and white cat called Coca, who I actually call by whistling. So he's like a mini dog. He's so precious. 15, do you have any siblings? Yeah, I do have a 14-year-old brother called Carlo. 16, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a doctor, so I still have one more year left of school and then I'll be en route to medical school. I'm still sort of debating on whether or not I want to go to medical school in England or in France. Now, very different in both countries. In England, the selection basically to get into the school, like you have to write a motivational letter, you have to pass the UK CAT. I'm sure most of you know this. What else do you have to do? You have to have experience in a hospital, working in a hospital, and plus you have to have the grades depending on what school you want to go to. So 4 things. Plus you do have to pay to go to university in England, whereas in France, like, most courses are public, meaning that they are free. If you want to be a lawyer, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be those sort of professions, they are free. The university is free because it is the government who pay for them. But then when you are going to work in France, you do pay significantly more taxes to help compensate for that. But it is free and you won't have student loans at the end. However, there is no selection. You can go in if you have really low grades, if you have really high grades, if you have whatever A-levels, GCSEs, it doesn't matter. You will get in. They're not allowed to select the best students. Basically, the school that I want to go to accepts 2,000 students, and at the end of the first year, which is like 8 months, there is a big test where you have to know everything that you've seen during the year by heart. It has to be like implanted into your brain, and the best 300 students get into the second year. So going from 2,000 to 300, you really have to work hard. And so many people say that the first year is absolute hell. Like, you have no social life, social suicide, you don't have time to do anything, you're stressed. You're probably asking me, why the hell do you want to go to medical school then? I don't know, it's just something that I really want to do. So yeah, I want to be a doctor. What a big paragraph for a simple question. 17, who was your first best friend? Ooh. So I had my best friend in nursery school and her name was Eloise, and we were friends in France. So I went to nursery school in France, did my primary school in England, and then came back at the end of year 5 to France. And we lost contact during all those years while I was in England, and then we found each other again when I came back, and we've been best friends since we saw each other again. I did have sort of like a second first best friend in England who I do cherish and I've sort of lost contact with, but I definitely should send her a message. 18, how tall are you? I can tell you how tall I was in 2010 because I have this European card. 2010, I was 1 meter 32. I don't know how tall I am right now. I think I'm 1 meter 65 or something. Slowly catching my mum up, but I will get there. 19, funniest moment throughout school. I can't think of anything right now. I think the funniest year for me was probably last year. 20, how many countries have you visited? So I visited the States, so Florida, visited Cape Verde, that was in February. Let's count England and France. I've been to Spain, I've been to Cuba and the Maldives, so 7. 21, what was your favourite / worst subject in high school? I think my favourite's definitely biology. Not this year because I had the worst teacher ever. Worst subject, so I don't know if they mean like the one that I was worst in or the one that I hated the most, but they're the same. Like, the one I was worst in was the one I hated the most. And it's French and it's geography, because geography, you don't actually learn any geography, you literally learn about the way the territory is organised, like in France, and plus it's so far-fetched. We see the same thing every single year, so yeah, don't care for it, don't like it, don't get good marks. As for French, like, it's not speaking French. Like, I know how to write my verbs correctly, I know to spell, I know how to speak, I know where to put all the little accents because I've been here for 5 years, but it's like the literature side of it. I don't like doing text analyses with like, oh, it's just dissertations, like what? No, never. I hate them so much. So yeah, French and geography. 22, what is your favourite drink, animal and perfume? Favourite drink, probably pineapple juice. I love that stuff so much. Animal, cats for sure. And perfume, probably the Nino Ricci sort of like little pink apple thing. Yeah. 23, what would you or have you name your children? I used to really like the name Katrina. I used to name all my Sims that. I've grown less fond of that name. Pretty much never thought what to name my kids, like I really haven't. 24, what sports do you play? Have you played? I don't play any sports, I don't do any sport, I'm a lazy person. I try to stay a little bit active, like whenever I feel like it, but nah. As for the sports that I have played, I've done a lot of sports, like a lot, but I haven't played them for a long time. This was all when I was younger, sort of the experimentation phase. Let's start with the list. I've done dancing, so I've done ballet, modern, tap and jazz. This is probably the sport that I did the most for a lot of years actually. I tried gymnastics, athletics, basketball, football, yeah. I've tried those. Swimming, horse riding, and I did volleyball last summer. So yeah, 11. 25, who are some of your favourite YouTubers? Now I have too many to count, but the ones that I think of off the top of my head are Jordan Byers, Jackie Aina, Tori Sterling, Kelsey Simone, Nikki Tutorials, Jacqueline Hill. Do you enjoy a good Jeffree Star video from time to time? And maybe a bit controversial, but I'm just stating the truth. And I'm sure there's others that I forgot to name. 26, how many girlfriends slash boyfriends have you had? I've had one, and this was what, 5-6 years ago, and I probably dated him for a couple of hours, and then I decided that we should break up. I feel like since that moment I knew I was slightly scared of relationships. Like, I was 11 at the time, but still. 27, favourite memory from childhood? Probably, I have a lot of childhood memories, but most of them aren't very happy. They're sort of like me tripping over and falling and then stuff like that. Happy memory right now, there was my granddad, my parents, my brother and I, and there was a cat. We didn't have a cat at the time and I loved cats. And my dad was helping my brother and I do handstands on the sofa. It's just a nice memory that I can think of. 28, how would you describe your fashion sense? I would describe my fashion sense as crap. We were laughing about this with my friends the other day. When was it? 3 days ago. So I went to the cinemas after filming my warm smoky sort of eye video, and I took the lashes off, just put loads of mascara, whatever. It looks really nice with just mascara as well. And I was just wearing this old pair of jeans, a really basic like baggy hoodie, and just trainers, and my makeup was like B and it was on fleek, and my friends were like, why the hell have you got such a nice like makeup look, like a nice face, and your outfit is just like that? And it's just me, like, I really don't care about my outfit. Like, I'll put on a super nice face of makeup, but then my outfit, I just don't care. I really don't. I prefer to be casual, comfortable, and non-caring. Let's just say it's the 3 C's. However, as you can see, I'm sort of putting in a little bit of effort for my videos. Like, if I stay in, I'll put on like cute outfits, but if I go out, like, I'll just wear like whatever. So my friend told me that like my style is do not care, and I totally agree. Number 29, what phone do you have? iOS vs Android? iOS, I have the iPhone 5. This is just the iPhone 5, no S, no C, no Plus, no whatever the hell they come out with these days. I got this 5 years ago. Still works good. It's a little bit slower than it was at first, but it's fine, like literally no problem. 30, tell us one of your bad habits. I used to bite my nails, but I don't do that anymore. I think it's like touching and twirling my hair. Like, I don't do it much in videos, but in real life, I'll just like sit here like this. Any curly hair girl will tell you to not touch your hair if you have curls, because it will just mess them up. And my hair sometimes is really soft and looks nice, so I decide to touch it, and then it looks like absolute shite because I touched it. So that's probably one of my bad habits. So yeah, that is the end of this video. It was actually 30 instead of 25. Oh well. So if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!